David Johnston.
Deputy Speaker, and it's a pleasure to speak in this debate. I'm blessed in the Wantage and Didcot constituency with having a lot of small businesses, from businesses which create medical devices and vaccines through to ones that clear debris from space. I've got more pubs than all but 7 members of this House. I've got high quality farms, and we mustn't forget that our farms are businesses too. I've got a huge range of things, including the Great British Mead Company, and I don't know how many superhero film fans there are in this House, but I may not have many similarities to Chris Hemsworth's Thor character, but being able to drink mead thanks to the Great British Mead Company is my one claim to similarity. And I've just put out to my constituents a leaflet reporting on what I've been doing, and I've visited over 300 organisations since I was elected, many of them businesses, many of them on the high street. And I have to say to the opposition benches that over and over, when you visit businesses on the high street, they say, I think the government's done a really good job to support us. And sometimes they preface that by saying, I'm not a Conservative voter, but I think the government's done a really good job to support us. And so, is the Honourable Lady trying to get in? No, she had her finger up. And so the gratitude is real, and I suspect the opposition members have heard it when they've gone around their own constituencies, although I don't expect them to acknowledge that here, because the support has been phenomenal. And as has been touched on, over £400 billion, and people generally think about the furlough and the grant scheme, but there is the money that's gone into the Towns Fund, there is the increase in employment support, there is the money into the startup loan scheme as well. Now, it's true to say that businesses have had a differing experience of this pandemic, with some doing better than others. And as has been touched on, businesses in the travel sector have had a particularly difficult time. There are pubs whose regulars still haven't come back. But there are signs of optimism, steps in the right direction for all of these sectors. And I do think it's important that rates, it's interesting, this debate, because the one thing I think we all seem to agree on is that the business rate system at the moment is not what it should be, does need to be reformed. That's precisely why the government is doing a review of it, and its interim report has already given us an indication of the sorts of things people have been saying about business rates, which are that sometimes it's too high, sometimes it's too much admin, the reliefs don't feel targeted exactly as they should be, and there's the issue of online competition. And I'm as keen as anybody to see the playing field levelled with companies like Amazon. I would just say it's not just Amazon that does online sales, and there are often very small, there are often very small businesses who also don't have the cost of buildings, who also might be competing on a slightly unlevel playing field with businesses on our high street. So we've got to have a system which isn't just about whacking Amazon. But as Labour's motion says, we've got 6 months left of the current review. We're not making a decision on this month. The government will bring out its proposals on this. Thanks to the action the government has taken in this period, unemployment is lower than was expected and GDP is higher. And I have every confidence that in the coming months the government will take whatever action it needs to take, including on business rates, because it's shown in the past 18 months that people's jobs, people's businesses, as well as people's health, is right at the centre of its decision making.